It's like God hates me. God does not want Chase to have a comfortable live review for the WWE shows, especially for the pay-per-views. These past two pay-per-views, you guys remember if you saw my Money in the Bank review, I let you guys know in advance that it's hot as balls here in California and that I don't have my fans on because my microphone's going to pick it up. And then I want people bitching in the comment section saying, oh, your fan's too loud. I can hear it as you're talking, you fat ass, blah, 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 blah. So once again, guys, I'm making a sacrifice for you. I am doing a sacrifice to review WWE Battleground 2016. And also, look, no more stupid big TV, so I can stop reading those comments, too, of people saying, get a new TV, Chase. Look, TV, there. Everything nice and new in the Chase Oliver room. New bed and everything, too. Anyways, enough with what's new in my life. What's new with you guys? Well, I can tell you what's new, and that's WWE Battleground 2016, live from Washington, D.C. on the WWE Network, which is $9.99. Mago. It's time to review this show, talk about this show, and tell you guys all my thoughts and feelings. You guys are more than welcome to share these thoughts and feelings in the comment section, tweeting me at ChaseOliver68 and asking some questions along the way. Keep them all Battleground related. All right. We're going to keep them all Battleground related, hopefully, for the most part. But yeah, Battleground 2016, a surprising effort by the WWE. Definitely a surprising show. Is it surprising in a good way or surprising in a bad way? I would have to say in a good way. I was generally surprised at the decent amount of effort Battleground brought to the table. I will say that. Now, when you look at the card on paper, you kind of think to yourselves like, yeah, some matches are going to suck and we just don't really care about, but we know a lot of these matches will deliver and end up being good. And, when it comes down to today's wrestling and today's pay-per-views and everything like that, it's always so hard to find something to grasp your jaws into or just kind of feel enticed into, because it's just like, you don't know what to get. You don't know what to expect from today's wrestling. So, like, everyone's standards are kind of like a little bit lower down. But, Battleground, I will say this, the first couple hours, there was only two noteworthy things that happened, in my personal opinion. The first couple hours, there was only two noteworthy things that happened that felt like, wow, this is why a WWE pay-per-view is so special. And then the last hour pretty much carried the rest of the show. The last hour of Battleground felt like those two noteworthy things that happened the first couple hours. So, spare with me here. I am not going to freaking talk about every match in fucking little detail. There's no point. I'll talk about the matches and give you my quick thoughts on them. How about that? Some matches deserve to be talked about more, yes. Other matches, like, really, do you need me to break down the WWE kickoff show match between Breezango and the Usos? No. That's just a waste of time. But anyways, we moving on forward. And we're here to talk about the opening match, which surprised the hell out of me. That they were opening up with our women's champion, Charlotte, and Dana Brooke taking on Sasha Banks and her mystery partner. I was like, what? You're really kicking off the show with this match? Oh, my God. No, that's disrespectful to our women's champ. She's opening the show? Like, you're telling me that other women's match had more priority? That's not even for a belt. That's just some little grudge match that I don't even care about. But nonetheless, we all knew who the mystery partner was going to be, especially you watch NXT, and it's Bayley. Yay, Bayley. She made her debut. It was a big pop. It felt special. Felt like I was watching a wrestling pay-per-view. Cool. And, the match itself, for what it is, it's okay. It's nothing special. You've seen these women do a lot better. You don't need to defend these women all the time. You don't need to say, oh, it was a great match because Bayley made her debut and it was awesome. No. Keep it 100. I keep it 100 with you people. I'm not like everyone else who just sees this one marking out thing and saying, oh, that took the match to the next level. No. Decent, good match. That's all I really got to say. It was just a decent to good match. It wasn't like it was anything special. Bayley, though, is not going to be on the main roster full time. JBL said on commentary that this is just a one-off for Bayley. And this led to a lot of people, starting to bitch about it. Oh, no, Bayley, what the heck? It's only a one-time appearance for Bayley? That's stupid. Why bring her up at all? And I'm saying to myself, hold up, wait. How is that stupid? How is that so stupid that this is a one-off for Bayley? If anything, I think it's smart by the WWE doing what they did. because they're helping NXT get more exposure and showing that NXT actually creates fucking stars on that product. NXT needs her more than the main roster. The main roster doesn't need a Bayley right now. They have all these women that they don't know what they're doing with. Adding Bayley to the mix will just be a clusterfuck. Not only that, you bring up Bayley. If you do bring up Bayley, it's like her feuding with anyone else but Charlotte is a waste of our time. We're just going to sit there and be like, no, I ain't going to sit here and watch this shit and support this shit. Fuck that. Why would you want to sit there and watch and support this shit if we all know Bayley could just go after Charlotte? Why would she go after Nia Jax or Carmella or anything else? No. We don't need Bayley on the main roster right now. Is Bayley an incredible talent? Yes. I'm not trying to say Bayley sucks or anything like that. It's just that, do we really need a Bayley right now, especially since they've been building the women's division feud for SummerSlam around Sasha Banks? We don't need a Bayley on the main roster right now. And also, you're just pretty much shitting on your draft, because you had this draft where the NXT talent had to get drafted to be on Raw or SmackDown. So you're telling me Bayley is above the draft? You're pretty much just saying, oh, fuck the draft that we spent many weeks hyping up, shoving it down your throat. Fuck that shit. Bayley can just jump up. So if Bayley can just jump up, why aren't all these other NXT goons just jumping up saying, you know what, fuck this. Why do I need to be in NXT? I'm just going to go to the main roster. It's consistency, people. It's just called being consistent. WWE is actually trying to do consistent writing, but unless it fits your guys' needs, you don't like if they do consistent writing. It makes no sense to me. Absolutely none. So many people think it's so stupid that Bayley's not on the main roster at this moment in time. It's like, NXT needs her. I mean, WWE really wanted her on the main roster, they would have drafted her, but NXT needs Bayley way, way more than the main roster needs Bayley. There's nothing against Bayley. Bayley's good. If anything, when I say NXT needs her, that just shows how big she is for that product, for that brand, is that they need her. I mean, really, you want her debut to be in a Battleground tag team match that's going to be forgotten? Oh, whatever. Float your boat. Whatever floats your boat, guys. Up next, 6-man tag match. Wyatt, New Day, whatever. Care Bear is on his own on Raw. Awesome. What else happened? Oh, yeah, there was a story in this match. Xavier Woods overcoming his fear. Look, this match was okay. It's just that they rushed the story. It was like the story was like, we knew what the story was going to be about, but they didn't let it milk it in. They didn't slow it down to milk it in or anything like that. They just rushed to it. It was all rush. So, like, to me, it was just a rush story full match. But at least there was a story in the match, so I'll give the match that. But other than that, nothing too special. U.S. title, skip. Such a skippable match. I could have watched this on Monday Night Raw and just have been even more satisfied that we got this level of match on Monday Night Raw. To be honest, this was just a filler pay-per-view match. It was pretty funny seeing Ryder act like John Cena for 2 seconds when he was about to break out the accolade. But other than that, nope. Draven G, no, Bayley is not on the main roster. It was a one-time thing. All right. And then, moving on forward, the next matchup was possibly the match of the night. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Oh my God, I'm tired of seeing these guys wrestle. I'll just be straight up honest here. I do not want to see these fuckers wrestle for another 5 years. You guys can watch them wrestle all you want. Just go buy some ROH videos on High Spots. You know, they have all those matches there. I'm done. I don't even want to see these fuckers in a tag team match. That's how much I'm done with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens wrestling. Look, this match right here should be like, hey, these guys no longer wrestle after that. You just keep them away from each other for a very, very, very long-ass fucking time. But nonetheless, this match was really good. Started off kind of at a weird pace. It wasn't like a normal Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens type of pace match. It was more of like they were just like going way too slow. And I was like, oh no, this isn't good. But I know the IWC would love this match because it's Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They could do no wrong, right? So the match was kind of going a little bit slow. And then Sami Zayn botched in one of his moves. And then that's when the match picked up again because they were like, hey, we have a story now for this match. We have a story for this match now. And so, like, they pretty much just played the fact that his shoulders probably hurt and everything like that. And that's when the pace started to pick up. So, thankfully, Sami Zayn botching kind of helped the match out a little bit. Oh yeah, Draven. I forgot to talk about Mojo. Yeah, Mojo Rawley came out after the U.S. title match. Fuck off. Forgot to talk about that. Shit. But anyways, back to the Zayn and Owens match. So yeah, that's when the pace started to pick up again. You know, they were starting to hit all their big signature moves on each other, countering all their signature moves, wrestling like it's Ring of Honor and all that other stuff. Back when Ring of Honor was fun to watch, it was like watching some 07 Ring of Honor shit. Do you guys remember those days when you'd be trying to get your internet to fucking work just so you could go watch Final Battle and shit like that? And you're just like, oh man, this shit's awesome. You know, that's what it felt like watching when you were watching this match, man. It was like, it was great. It was awesome near the end. And then afterwards, Kevin Owens hits the pop-up powerbomb, starts bitch slapping Zayn. Zayn's going off full Shawn Michaels, like fuck you and everything like that, slapping him. Then afterwards, it leads to Zayn countering that, hitting like 3 exploder suplexes. I forgot what the name of those suplexes are called. Sorry, I'm not a wrestling genius. But he hits 3 of those things. Owens goes into the corner, and then afterwards, Zayn charges, hits a huluva kick. And then afterwards, Owens is about to fall over. Zayn catches him, sets him back up. And then I kind of wish Sami Zayn would have done with the Shawn Michaels. I mean, he was already in Shawn Michaels mode. Should have just went full on Shawn Michaels and said, "I'm sorry, I love you." But instead, he just came on over, charged for another huluva kick. 1, 2, 3, and then Sami Zayn ended up winning the match, getting a big win over Kevin Owens, his first official WWE pay-per-view win. So good for Sami Zayn. Happy, good match. Nothing more, great match, actually. Nothing more to really be said. This is definitely the match. When you go to Battleground and stuff like that, honestly, unless you just want to see Bayley's entrance, just skip all the other matches and just watch this one to kick off the show, because it'll make you feel like, oh, man, this pay-per-view is amazing. After that fun little match that we had Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Look, guys, nothing personal. I think Becky's wonderful. I think Natalya is wonderful. I'm pretty sure they put on a good match, but I didn't watch it. I said, nope. No disrespect to the women. I just don't care about their feud. I don't care about a heel Natalya. I feel like Becky Lynch is being misused. So I went to go take a shit. It was much more comfortable and much more enjoyable. And then I got some food. So there you go. That's I didn't watch the match. So you guys will have to be the ones that tell me if the match was fucking good, because I don't know. And I'm gonna be dead honest. Took a shit during this match. Anyways, up next, make Darren Young great again. IC title match with just such a weird ending. Like, I don't understand what they were trying to do here. Like, you know, it's weird. They try to, and that's one thing I will give on this show is this. It's like, you know, we had it where it's like, you know, Mojo Rawley comes out and he's staring down with Rusev, but Rawley's on SmackDown and Rusev is on Raw. So why are you trying to even tease that tension? And then, you know, after this one, you have it where Darren Young, who beat on what's it called, who lost in the Miz tonight, or a draw, or got disqualified. I can't remember the exact result. And then afterwards, it was just like, you're trying to set it up like these two are going to wrestle again, but it's like Miz is on SmackDown. Isn't Young on Raw? I don't remember if Darren Young's on Raw, but I'm pretty sure he is. So it's like, it was such a weird ending. Like Maurice was falling over, Bob Backlund was falling over, The Miz was falling over, and then Darren Young was humping The Miz. Like, fuck. All-time vids. Yes, I'm sweating. It's really hot in California. It's called heat and precipitation. It happens to the best of us. So sorry that I'm sweating. I don't get why people are like, oh man, dude, you sweating? Chris Smoove was sweating in his recent videos, baby. Chris Smoove can sweat on YouTube. Chase can sit on YouTube. If one of the more popular YouTubers can wear a sweaty fucking t-shirt for 4 videos straight, nigga, I can sweat during the live stream. It's fine. It's hot as balls here in California, man. I have no AC. I have no AC, Colton Burke. I wish I did. But I live in a janky-ass house, man. You know how expensive it is to live here in California? It's pretty expensive. You know, don't let this backdrop fool you. You guys may think, oh, maybe Chase has the Bobby Big Dick money over here because he has all this nice, fancy shit. Hell, all this shit's hand-me-downs. My Tanta Melinda gives me stuff like this. Yeah, that's right, generic minority. You time out these guys that are just being very rude. Very rude. Making fun of my sweaty ass. It's fine. I can sweat. Anyone can sweat on YouTube. I don't give a fuck if you're sweaty. Anyway, so I feel you Chase Texas gets hot as well. Yeah, no, seriously. Anyways, moving on forward to the next matchup. I honestly forgot that this match was taking place. I was all like, what the fuck? John Cena and Big Cass and Enzo Amore taking on the Club. You know, here's the thing. I just forgot this match took place. I get it. Enzo and Cass are great talkers. They're fun. They get the crowd going and stuff, but you got to cut these guys down a little bit. They sometimes go way too long on the talking, man. Way too long. They went 10 minutes. That's way too long, man. You try to get these guys to go at least 5 minutes, man. They're like 10 minutes. That's way too long of them talking. I'm not trying to say they're not entertaining or something like that, but too much talking, man. You can't have these guys talk way too much. Tell them to deliver their jokes faster and quicker and in a more efficient way. Because goddamn, dude, I was like, when the fuck are the Club gonna come out? Are they just sitting there doing nothing the whole damn time? Because if I'm the Club, I wouldn't even let these guys talk. And this is how bad they treat the Club. It's like the Club where they're supposed to be like, oh, we don't give a fuck. Hashtag beat up people. Then go out there and beat them up right now. They're just sitting there dancing and dabbing and doing all this other shit. Go freaking go out there and beat the fuck out of him. Like, for real. They're just all like, oh, man, they're going to just make fun of us. Let's just sit there and take it. No, you're the fucking bad guys. Go beat them up. Stop sitting there like, oh, we're the Club. We're united. Give me a too sweet. No, fuck your too sweet shit. Go too sweet their asses and kick their asses as they're talking. God damn it. That's what pisses me off, man. Yeah, but so the match happens. It was a fun cluster. The one thing that pissed me off during the match, and I don't know how you guys are. I know everyone's like all about the in-ring and stuff like that. I appreciate the little things in wrestling. That's just me. I appreciate the little things in wrestling. And it's like, can the referee find a way to find out who the legal man is and kick out everyone else in the fucking ring? Why is he letting Enzo and the two other Club fucking idiots be in the middle of the ring when John Cena and AJ Styles are the legal men? Like, what? Why is it that they are the legal men? Like, they're not even in the legal men. They're not even should be in the ring. They should each be being count to a count of 5 until it's a disqualification. There is no counting. That referee was incompetent beyond all belief, and you're just pretty much saying, fuck you to your own rules. Like, look, I get it. You want to have these fun little cluster moments in the match. That's great. That's fine. But keep AJ or John Cena in the ring so people know, hey, those are still the two legal men. I was confused half the damn time who was the legal man and who wasn't. And the referee didn't do a good job forcing the other guys out of the ring. But Chase said, Club guys are pretty big. Yeah, but he's the fucking official. The official can tell these guys, you're not legal. The attacks that you're doing in the ring are not legal. You have until a count of 5. If not, I'm disqualifying your ass. You could have done all this other shit outside the ring. It's fine. You have an entrance ramp and all that other shit. Fuck. But anyways, enough of that. Cena ended up beating AJ Styles via Super FU, Super AA from the top. God damn it. Why? Why did John Cena have to do that? The Super AA, really, Cena? Come on, cuz. You just did AJ Styles dirty right there, man. Like, fuck. How many people get up from the Super AA and are fine after that in their career? I mean, when you look at it, the Super AA has always been a death sentence, man. It's always been a death sentence for a lot of people. Like, seriously, it's been a death sentence. Bobby Lashley, dead. Randy Orton, after 2014, he got injured. Randy Orton could not recover. He had to take Randy Orton at least 9 months before he could actually shake off the effects of the Super AA. The Super AA is a deadly move. It needs to be banned. It kills careers. The Super AA kills careers, goddammit. So why the fuck is Cena still allowed to do this move? Why? It's a death sentence. It's fucking annoying. Ugh. And why do it to AJ Styles now? What did AJ Styles do to get a super AA? I mean, Lashley at the time, you can understand what was going on for Cena to do the super AA on him. You can understand that, hey, Lashley's a bigger dude, so maybe a super AA is the only thing that can put this dude away. But when it comes down to everyone else, why does Cena need to do the super AA? Why? Let's just hope. Let's all pray. Let's all pray and give a moment of silence for AJ Styles so that way he can recover from this. Come on, guys. Dragon Ball Z shit. Put your hands up in the air. Let's give all our energy to AJ Styles because he needs it. Let's do the P1. We're all going to do a P1 in the air. P1 in the air, guys. Do the P1 right now and give that energy to AJ Styles so he can recover. You guys doing the P1? I know I am. I'm trying to give freaking AJ his fucking spirit bomb back, man. I'm trying to get his spirit back after getting the super AA. Let's hope AJ Styles is okay. Let's just hope. And now it's time to talk about the best part of Battleground, man. Oh. I think the only reason why some people would be watching this video is because they know that my boy is back. Do you guys hear voices in your head? Do they counsel you and do they understand? Do they talk to you? Because they talked to me and they were telling me, Chase, there's one thing that's going to save this show and make this show amazing. And it's going to be one man. And that one man is the Viper, Randall Keith Orton. Oh my God. Beautiful. So Jericho comes out. He talks. Who gives a fuck? Stupid idiot. And then afterwards, Randy comes out. And you could just tell Randy's in great shape, man. He has the 09 IED haircut Randy going. You know, he was wearing his cool dad pants. He came out. He's like, I've been waiting for this. This is what I was waiting for. This right here. This moment right here. I've been waiting for this. Come on, guys. Get pumped. He was all excited, man. Randy Orton was all hype. It was all like, let's go. Get pumped. Oh, he was just wonderful. And then he gets on the microphone. And you would think, you're happy to see Randy back and all. It's Randy Orton. You haven't seen him in a while. He's quite possibly one of the best wrestlers of our generation. And it's like, you're just sitting there and you're like, oh, but they're making him talk. That's one thing about Randy Orton throughout his whole career. Not really a good talker. But oh my God, where has this Randy been his whole career? Man, fucking Cena would not be the person on the Fruity Pebbles box if this Randy Orton was around, damn it. This Randy Orton was on fire tonight, man. He was great. It was like, he was dancing. He was just having some fun. He was like talking shit to Jericho. He's all like telling Jericho he looks like Ellen DeGeneres. He's like, hey, it's not an insult. It's actually a compliment. I was actually trying to give you a good compliment. I'm not trying to insult you in any other way. It was like a great underhand insult. And then later on, Jericho's like, you're ducking Lesnar and everything like that. And then Randy's all like, well, I figured my best way to return after 9 months is to feud with Fandango. So fucking savagery by Randy Orton to Jericho, man. But that wasn't the best one. That one had me going, but then Randy Orton killed it. He destroyed it. So Chris Jericho, he's also like going back to Orton's ducking Lesnar and stuff like that. And they show like a Lesnar video package about Suplex City and how Lesnar doesn't give a shit about anyone and everything like that. And then, Jericho's all like, how are you going to be able to handle getting suplexed over and over and over again. And then later on, Randy Orton was all like, I know it takes about 15 to 16 suplexes to enter Suplex City, but it only takes one RKO to enter Viperville. And let me tell you, no enhancements needed. And then he drops the mic, man. Jericho didn't even know how to handle himself. Jericho's all like, like he's trying to laugh but not laugh. He's like, I think you're gonna get fined for that one, Randy. He broke out of character for a little bit, and then Jericho's trying to say more stuff. Like Jericho's still trying to talk and everything, but he can't. He's just so like, oh man, he can't talk. He's like trying so hard not to laugh at what Randy did, because Randy Orton was just savage tonight. Savage Orton, dog. Randy Savage Orton, man. He was just a savage. He was on fire. He was lit. And then freaking afterwards, Randy tries to do an RKO. And then afterwards, Jericho, snips it out. Orton starts laughing because he thought, I was going to hit it. Randy hits the RKO. About to do the pose. Didn't do the pose tonight. Marks the segment down just a little bit. But other than that, holy crap, it was really good to see Orton back, man. Like, it was great to see Randy Orton back. Randy Orton back was fun. And it was just weird because you thought that this segment right here, it was like, you're happy to see Randy, but Randy throughout his whole career is not a good mic talker. And here he goes and he destroys it in this promo, probably the best promo of his career. I mean, better than his IED stuff, definitely way better than the whole, it's the age of Orton shit. I mean, he killed it. It was great stuff by Randy Orton, man. Randy Orton, just a monster. So welcome back, Randy. Overall, WWE Battleground 2016 was, oh, wait. I have to talk about one more match. Let me just say something real quick. Before I talk about the Shield Triple Threat. WWE. I understand you're on the network now, and I like how you are giving matches a little bit more time. I do like it. I don't hate it. I think it's good for the performers to be able to go out there and show what they got. And I understand that you don't have a time constraint anymore because of the network. You can go over a little bit. But god dang, let me just say this. You have 3 hours. If you cannot fit that show in 3 hours, you need to find a way how. You got to manage time better. That just shows poor orderliness by you guys. It's like you guys have no order. It's like you guys have no control. You guys should be able to fit a show within 3 hours. Because, like, really, to be honest here, like, I get it. It's like, oh, well, it's only 30 minutes extra, but shit. You have 3 hours to do all this shit. You have 3 hours to do this. But it's like you guys wasted our time. You guys just keep going and going. And it's up to you to tell the superstars to quicken up their pace a little bit better. It's up to you to find a way to construct these shows to stay under 3 hours, because I know a lot of people who really don't care. That's only like 30 minutes. But, man, these shows take a lot out of you. They really do, especially with all your – even if you're not there. Even if you're not there as a fan, just watching them, man, they can take a lot from you. You're dedicating 3 hours of your time on a Sunday night where we all know there's something going to go on Monday morning. And it's like we're dedicating that time to watch this show, and it just feels like it'll never end. No, you have to have an end time. The reason why you have an end time is so that way we know when it's over. So really, to be honest here, WWE, I get it. You guys can go over. Maybe I'm going to be like the only one complaining about this, but I honestly feel like they need to find a way to make their time better. Because seriously, you can't take too much time. I have a life too. My life is not always revolved around the World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporation. My life is revolved of what I want to watch and everything like that. But I do not want to watch a wrestling event nearly for 4 hours. That's ridiculous. And especially if you go to a live show, you guys know what it's like live. You get tired. And I feel like the Shield got robbed because I feel like so many of the fans were just so fucking tired. they're just so fucking tired. Like, I felt like that the crowd was kind of like, for the Shield triple threat match. Like, like when Rollins came out and I heard his pop, I was like, that pop was weak. Not to say that he got a bad reaction. I was just like, it was weak. It was like the crowd was like, fuck, man. We just saw Randy Orton come back and he was just killing it. And now you want us to get all hyped up for the Shield triple threat and it's like been 3 hours? Like, fuck. That kills you. Because think about how they put the last segments together. You had Cena, Enzo, and Cass taking on the club. All right, that's going to drain you. That's going to drain you. And then also, you have Randy Orton returning. You're definitely drained after that. I mean, because those fans were hyped for Enzo and Cass. Rollins is always a big crowd favorite. And it was like Rollins came out and it's just like, wasn't a big time pop. It was like an pop. And then like with Roman Reigns, like you're expecting to hear the biggest boos ever. Everyone's like, oh man, Roman. And Roman was getting booed heavy earlier in the night. Anytime they show his face, it was like, ooh! They mentioned his name. They'll be like, I'm going to beat Roman Reigns. He came out, it was just like, boo. It was weak. It's a weak booing. Want to hear better boos. Want to hear the haters say louder. And then Dean Ambrose came out and he had his mediocre pop. It was like these guys didn't feel like main event. It didn't feel like it was a main event at all. It just felt like, oh yeah, these guys are going out there. And it felt awkward sometimes because I felt these guys were putting on a really good match. But it was like the crowd was not reacting to anything. Like normal crowds in the situation when Rollins hit that frog splash out of nowhere would have gone ballistic. But the crowd was just kind of, And then when the Shield did all their signatures together, like Rollins did the Enziguri, and then Dean Ambrose did the wacky line, and then Reigns did the Superman punch, that was like 6 sequence. And it wasn't like the crowd was like fully back with them until they started to beat up on Roman Reigns, because then they're like, yeah, I'm wearing a Brock Lesnar shirt, and he's a fucking cheater, but yeah. I saw that Lesnar fan like freaking out. I was like, it's funny. He hits on Roman Reigns because he thinks Reigns took steroids, but his boy Brock Lesnar's on the steroids, taking the estrogen blocker so he don't get those man titties, and he all hating on Reigns. Whatever, Brock Lesnar fans. Whatever. Okay, John Jones. Whatever you say, John. Okay, John. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh. But yeah, it's just like, when it comes down to it, it was just like, I felt like the match, if the crowd was more there, it would have been a much better match. Because like there's some spots these guys were doing, and it was like they weren't getting that much love or appreciation. I don't know what you guys thought about the crowd near the end, and you guys agree with me that WWE needs to manage their time better because this time management was bad. Ultimately, Dean Ambrose won. He pinned Roman Reigns clean. So I think it's safe to say, especially after the failed test of Adderall, I think it's safe to say Roman Reigns is not the next John Cena. Can we put that one to bed? Are we done with the whole Roman Reigns as the next John Cena? I hope we are. I hope we are. And anyways, yeah, that's it. Battleground 2016, surprisingly decent show. I know a lot of people are going to go on here and probably say good to great for this show, but I can't say good to great. Like that's just so hard for me to really say it was a good to great show, because that, to me, a good to great show is where you have your undercard matches, not the matches, like the matches that were hyped up. They all delivered, which makes it decent. But like all the other mid-card shit, was kind of just there. It was just like, oh, whatever. Like mine's the Bayley coming out to be Sasha's partner. The women's tag match was just kind of there. It wasn't anything special. So that's why I'm saying to myself that this was just a decent show. I know you're going to hear other YouTubers say, oh, it was a good to great show. The in-ring action was awesome and stuff like that. But for me, just a decent show. But definitely a show you should check out, especially if you're a fan of in-ring action. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of, I guess you could say, good in-ring matches on this show. And also, I feel like that this show just surprisingly did better than what I think. I feel like, Owens and Zayn, that's why we watch WWE pay-per-views. Bayley coming out, that's why we watch WWE pay-per-views. And then the whole last hour felt more of a pay-per-view than most other pay-per-views that I've seen this year. Like, this is why I watch wrestling pay-per-views, for shit like this. This is what makes you want to be a subscriber to the network, is like that whole last hour. That whole last hour is just like, oh, yeah, this is why I'm a wrestling fan. I mean, you got a big-time 6-man tag team match. You have, like, an awesome Randy Orton segment. And then you have a really good main event. I mean, that's good. hell, you don't even need to watch the full show, to be quite honest. And that's why I just say it's a decent pay-per-view. I mean, I guess you can find some enjoyment in the U.S. title match and the Wyatt versus New Day match, but to be honest, they're skippable at best. Like, they would hold their own on their own events, like, if they were on just Raw and SmackDown and stuff like that. Like, I just felt that this was a decent show. I think that it was a good positive step for the WWE. Not all the problems are fixed, but it was decent nonetheless. Anyways, guys, let me see what you guys put in the chat. Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat for a while. Just been on a roll talking about it. SummerSlam is 4 hours. Oh, yeah, because it's the biggest party of the summer. Michael! Biggest party of the summer, Michael. Draven G, isn't it just me or did Roman look fatter? Roman did look kind of out of shape, to be honest. Like, he didn't look like usual Roman Reigns, man. He didn't put on any baby oil or anything. And that beard, man, he looked like he got out of jail, man. That looked like the get out of jail beard. He was like, yeah, man, I've been in jail for fucking ever. But, man, that beard looked pretty good on him. Not only that, Chase, but 3 hours of Raw and 2 hours SmackDown, 2 hour NXT special, whatever else WWE puts on network. That's a lot of wrestling. Yeah, way too much wrestling. You can't have too much wrestling. Time for redemption, says Draven G. What, NXT redemption? Henry John, or on main event. Colton Burke. It was a okay show. Not great, but okay. Yeah, decent and okay. That's pretty much the same. Straight Shooter. It was a good filler show, but not spectacular, but passable show. I can't wait for SummerSlam. Draven G, so who goes after Ambrose? Wyatt? Question mark. That's a really good question. You can always use the Shield dudes again, but I highly doubt they would do that. I wouldn't do that, honestly. I would try to find something else to do with them. I think that after, I don't want to see an Ambrose Wyatt feud. I don't even think, why beat up the New Day? Does he really deserve a world title match? Honestly, a triple threat between Johnson and AJ Styles would be good. I would say Orton, but Orton's facing Lesnar, so we all know what he's doing. Bray Wyatt would just be such an awkward feud. I don't know. Maybe they'll throw us a curveball. They'll give it to Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin gets the world title shot. How about that? How about Baron Corbin? He's like, I'm the lone wolf. I don't give a fuck about what anyone says. I'm here to beat up people. Baron Corbin. Now, if Care Bear, if he was on SmackDown, he would be my choice automatically. Vince would be like, he's the face of SmackDown. Straight Shooter says Del Rio. Oh, yeah. Do we really need another Del Rio gets a random world title feud? I love Del Rio, but seriously, who cares? It'll be like Del Rio be like, I have done nothing in the last few weeks, but I am ready for my world title shot. And just Sheamus, did he ever get his rematch calls? Maybe Sheamus. Oh, no, he's on Raw. I forgot. Sheamus is all by himself on Raw. Yeah, so I say the choices is either Cena or AJ Styles or just a triple threat between those guys. And then Baron Corbin, like, he's a dark horse. But can't you guys picture WWE just throwing Baron Corbin at Dean Ambrose being like, oh, Baron Corbin doing something big and nasty. So yeah, so Baron Corbin, he's definitely an option to look at for Dean Ambrose, man. Don't sleep on Baron Corbin. I can see Baron Corbin going for that world title. And he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. No one even was choosing this dude. So just be ready. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you all for tuning in to the Battleground 2016 live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun watching the stream. You guys would love to. You guys can hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I'll see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your night. I might be doing other reviews, so you just check out the Heel Steven channel. Anyways, guys, peace.